I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use Google Docs or Google Sheets. We're going to do that spreadsheet for the population clock, and I'm going to give you an example of what I would do. So I'm at the Google search engine, and I actually have Gmail. So I'm just going to go to this right here. Now, if you're using a learning management system, you're probably going to already have the Google Drive, which is right here, to where you can access the Google Docs or the Google Sheets, because Google Sheets is for your spreadsheets. So I clicked on more, and I'm going to even click even more just so you can see all the things that you can use. So I'm going to just scroll. This is when Google Drive. This is everything that's available. You have your Gmail, you have Google Docs. That's if you want to have a word processing. We have Google Slides, just like a presentation. And we have Google Sheets here. Google Forms. I use Google Forms to create surveys. And when you're done with the surveys, you can make all kinds of questions. It's really, really user friendly. But you can, once you do that and people do the survey, it actually puts it into the Excel document, and you can also use statistical programs such as SPSS. But anyway, let's go to Google Sheets because I've already created something ahead of time, and I probably, yeah, it's going to show some of my other research right here. But I already started this, and Google Sheets is very much like Excel. So I already did this, and if you look, it has, print, undo. It has a lot of the same features, format. When I started doing this, it was going towards the left, here, your horizontal alignment. I chose the center. Format, you got text wrapping. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles that an Excel program does, but for students, this is more than ample. So anyway, and down here, I can add more sheets if I want to. But what I did was I made two sheets. One was general information, and the other one is the mid-year population. And I only made up two students' names just to make it up. And I chose to do, I made China and Brazil as the country that they're assigned. And I want them to do a comparative analysis of two different years, 1950. And so John Doe, and let's say John Doe and Mary Jones are working together. One of them will be our special ed student. Okay, so John Doe can be the one to first start typing in the information, while Mary can go using her computer and look up the word population clock information and read it to him. And then they can switch where she can start typing in her information and he'll look up Brazil's for her, so that they're both actually learning how to use the word population clock website, and at the same time they're learning how to do this as well, because they both will have this available to them at the same time. And how do you do that? You're going to click on share, and then you're going to type in the names of everyone that you want to share the documents with. You can have it, you will type in every student's name, and every student, at least with the Baldwin County, where it comes to their Google Drive, will have a Gmail account just for educational purposes. So you type in their names here, and it will send it to them. And then this right here, you can drop down and you can say they can edit, they can comment, they can view. But you want them to be able to edit, because they'll be able to do this at the same time together. The whole class will be, actually. And you're only creating one document, one spreadsheet. Okay, and advanced would show you more. You could share this link with others, and you can also send it via Gmail, your Google Plus account, which is than Facebook and Twitter. But you can change this as well, make it public on the web. But personally, I would keep it private and only allow your students to get to that one worksheet. Okay, so I'm going to just cancel that because I just wanted to show you. But anyway, technically there'd be names all the way down here, all the students in your class, and it might be a good idea to keep the groups that you put together put them side by side. So in other words, John and Mary are on the same group, and then you just keep on adding the names. So you want to go ahead and have this prepared, and you also want to go ahead and assign them their countries. And then, so they're going to just do that. Now, the mid-year population, the reason I put that in there is because they would go back on the word population. They would go to China, and they would look at the demographics for age. It's called the mid-year population by age and sex. And then when they fill in all this information, in other words, John would do China, and then Mary would be at the population clock telling him what the number of males are at this age group in 2015, the number of females um, at this age group for 2015 for China, and you just go through that. And that's how you use this. It always saves the last edit. So it's not going to lose it. It stays in the cloud, and you won't lose any of the information. The students can collaborate at home on the internet, while they're at home doing this, if they don't want to do it, if they don't get it done during the class period. But I think there's plenty of time, especially in the blocks that they have in Baldwin County at 77 minutes. And if you're giving them 2 days to do this, this is more than enough time. But I wanted just to show you how Google Sheets, this is Google Sheets, and then there's Google Forms, and then there's Google Documents, where you're just like a word processing program. But anyway, and it just saves it so that you don't have to ever worry about losing it. It's up in the cloud. But for Baldwin County, they would definitely go through the Moodle account so that it stays pretty much secure. And that's how you use this. It's very user friendly, very easy to do. There are formulas that you can use, and some charts and things like that. But I just wanted to show you it's easier just to do it this way than it is to write all the information. Okay. Just in case, I decided to go ahead and show you. Here is my Moodle account with bcbe.org. And if you notice, once I log in, and I am logged in right here, you can see that Google Drive is right here. And then there's Gmail, because the students all will have this, and then there's Docs, so you've got all this already. But as you can see, all you have to do is click on Google Drive, and you can just work from there. But that's how you access it from Moodle.